I'm Cindy Larvick, and I am the Executive Director of Hope Teams International. I've been in this role since 2014, and I originally got involved with Hope Teams International when I went on several mission trips, short-term mission trips to Kenya. Hope Teams supports orphans and street kids. And the way that we do this is we partner with existing organizations in country. And right now we have a project in Liberia and in Honduras. And honestly, the biggest thing that we can provide these projects is funding. As you can imagine, funding sources in country, when you live in a third world country and you're trying to figure out how you're going to feed your family, there's just not a lot of room to have a generous spirit. So the funding that we can provide from the United States to these projects is really critical. So we support the orphans through child sponsorship program. We love to send teams to these places so that they can get to see the projects and get to see the kids and develop relationships with them. We also help with funding special projects, and then we just are a prayer source for them too. The biggest praise and thank you that I have right now is, the last year, almost 2 years, I've kind of felt like Hope Teams has been treading water. We haven't really gotten to get out there and launch ourselves or do a lot of things. But I'm going to cry, but we've had such faithful and amazing partners that have continued to come alongside us. They've been so faithful and continuing with their financial partnership, and I just really appreciate that. And I don't know how we would have done it without them. And I get encouragement from places that I wouldn't ever think that I would get encouragement, and that's meant a lot to me too. Personally, my brother had a stroke last summer, and we're just so grateful that God spared his life and that his recovery's gone really well. And he just has a tiny little speech slowness, so to speak. But other than that, he's doing really, really well. And I'm just incredibly thankful and grateful for that. My brother's not a believer, and it's been neat to let him know how many people that have prayed for him. And I just pray that he can see God's hand over his life and his health. So the biggest prayer request that I/Hope Teams would have is that we're very excited to do some traveling, and we hope that we can do that in the early part of 2020. We've missed being able to visit our projects. So I just pray, or you guys can be praying with us, that traveling becomes something that's very feasible and still safe to do. Another prayer request would be, we are going to start looking for an additional staff person to help me, a development director. And that's going to be a real important role. And we just pray that God will bring us the right person that has good skills and a passion for kids and can really, add another dimension to Hope Teams.